The conference in Cairo aims to shed light on the importance of BRICA and the benefits for its members.
That Belt and Road community is almost 60% of the population of the whole world and is 30% of the income in the whole world. We hope, as invited this group to come in Egypt for the first time, that we will create a roadmap for how to cooperate in these countries.
Egypt is a founding member of the BRICA, which was established in June 2016. It is based on the One Belt, One Road initiative by Chinese President Xi Jinping. And officials were keen to showcase business opportunities in Egypt for other member states.
The incentives, what incentive doesn't mean tax incentive, but the political stability Egypt enjoys. The access to market. Egypt has access to market to over 1.5 billion consumers. Cost of production, cost of investment in Egypt is low. It's good for investors.
China sent a high-level business delegation to study the opportunities available for the Chinese investments in the BRICA.
I think for the first step is, firstly, China, I think they're interested to invest and do trading with all these 30-something countries. And for Egypt, since it is the geographical location is excellent, right in the hub for Europe, for Africa, and for Arabic countries, I think there's a big potential for the infrastructure investment. Other than that, mineral, manufacturing, economic zones, all this, they're interested by the SOEs from China. And for Hong Kong, I think since we are the trading partner and also we are strong in the financing and professional services, we can rely on that and we work together with all these three parties.
This is the first BRICA gathering here in Egypt, but organizers tell me they are planning more meetings with local businessmen to make them aware of how to make business within this young yet huge global entity. Yasser Hakim for CGTN, Cairo.
And we can now cross over to Yasser. He's standing by for us in our Cairo studios for more on this story. Yasser, what were the main highlights of that conference, though? Let's start there.
Well, it's the first time that they gather here in Egypt, and it's ahead of the summit that will take place in Beijing. And it shows how China is leading now the global economic revival. There's been a slowdown in the economic trade around the world, and this BRICA grouping an idea of the One Belt Silk Road is going to kind of promote investment and trade and move the economies, the global economy forward, because it will be kind of spots between the countries in the region throughout the Silk Road, how they can cooperate together, work together, invest together, and trade. And this is what the conference in Cairo was doing. It's bringing together many of these countries and trying to together bring about how they can work on a common plan to develop their own economies and also to develop the global economy. The BRICA has started with 20 countries only last June, and now there are more than 30 countries. The initial fundraising has gathered around $32 billion. Now it's $65 billion. It's doubled in less than a year. So it shows the potential behind this huge group that many countries are looking forward to take part in.
Well, Yasser, you have talked about this being part of working on a common plan. So how does Egypt stand to gain from the Belt and Road Industrial and Commercial Alliance?
Well, Egypt is trying to use its geographical location. The Suez Canal project and industrial zone can be the hub. That's Egypt is hoping that it would be the hub for the whole project. The location is important because it's close to Europe, Africa, Asia, and Arab countries. And of course, this industrial zone in the Suez Canal has taken a big part of the discussions here because they're giving all kinds of facilities, 5-year tax-free, land for free for any investors who want to come here, low cost production, cost of production, and all this plus that anyone who manufactures in Egypt would have access, free trade access to COMESA in Africa, to Europe, because these are all deals Egypt has with Europe, with the COMESA, with the Arab countries, and with the United States, with the QUIS. And therefore, it is trying to make use of this by promoting itself as a potential hub for countries to come and manufacture in Egypt and then export to all these areas, as well as trading through the Suez Canal. So today, for example, there will be a session on Egypt, the gateway to Africa, and this is going to be an important session in the conference that will be looked at by the member states. So Africa is a sort of, Egypt is trying to promote itself and Africa as well throughout BRICA.
All right, Yasser Hakim for us there in Cairo.